Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year. Really great to see you guys. In today's video, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to talk about a pathway into aesthetics, okay? So if you're thinking of going into it, maybe the idea interests you and you'd like some more information on aesthetics, I'll be sharing all the good stuff in this video. So I think it's best for me to talk about my personal experience of getting into it, and then I'll also enlighten you guys into the actual accredited standards here within the UK on how to get into the aesthetics industry. So this isn't aimed particularly at you if you are a medic. If you're not a medic, you can also do this as well, if that makes sense. So this is open to all, it's free and open to all, so do stick around and we'll get straight into it. So if you've not been here before, I'm Miss T. Lindo, also known as the Skin Connoisseur UK, and I love dermatology and aesthetics. So it's actually one of my main reasons for studying nursing, which I'm currently studying. I'm in my final year now, and it's been a bit of an experience, but part of me feels like maybe I should have just taken the general aesthetic route rather than the medical professional route, which I will discuss with you guys a whole other time. But do follow me on my socials, do subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build my channel and obviously have a bit of a community, so I would really appreciate any of your support. So do leave a comment, a like, all that good stuff. So whilst talking to you guys about aesthetics, of course, because we need to maintain the health of our skin, I'm actually having one of my smoothies. So I know it looks like something from I'm a Celebrity. But I promise you this is delicious, and this is like the golden potion for your skin, because this has been made with banana, strawberries, blueberries, Greek yogurt, and a little bit of honey, a little bit of oats, and I've also got my collagen powder in here. So this is gonna keep our skin looking great. Collagen powder. Okay, so straight into it. If you live in the UK and you're interested in getting into the beauty industry, whether that's more aesthetic practitioner or just waxing or nails and stuff like that, it's quite simple and quite easy to get into. So here in the UK, you can easily start off on a level 2 program, which is offered in many different colleges across the UK, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a beauty school. So in these schools, you can go ahead, do your level 2 in either beauty therapy or facials and skincare. The difference between beauty therapy is that beauty therapy considers facials, skincare, nails, waxing, pedicures, manicures, just general beauty standard. That's what you're going to learn in that course. However, your level 2 facials and skincare is of course mainly focused on facials and understanding the bases of the skin in a bit more detail. You're not learning all the other stuff, so it's very sort of focused. So to get onto a level 2 program in the UK, all you really need to know how to do is just speak English and have fairly good grades. So if you haven't scored a C or above, for example, in your GCSEs, don't be too wound up on it, because a lot of colleges, especially for level 2, they will accept if you have a D grade or probably even lower. So just make sure that you're fluent in speaking English, you can communicate well in English. You often have to be age 18 and over, and that's it. It's very basic. You don't need any experience. It's basically an open door for anyone to apply for and for anybody to go into. So when doing your level 2 program, you will have to practice a series of treatments and then do some general basic assignments as well to go with it. And as it's a level 2, as you can imagine, the assignments don't require that much detail from you. So it might be something like what is a health and safety concern in a salon, and you would put sentences or bullet points almost, because it's level 2. So you could just say wires across the floor. Literally, that's it. So level 2 is quite straightforward. It's a open door, an open book. So if you've not done entirely well in school, or maybe you've come from abroad as well and you don't have your grades valid over here, because I know in England we only set certain grades from certain countries, level 2 is your best bet to getting you into the door in beauty in general. After completing your level 2, or if you've scored a C or above, you can usually then go straight into your level 3. So similarly to the level 2, we have level 3 beauty therapy, and we have level 3 facial electrotherapy, and there's also level 3 facials and skincare, which can be a combination course with the level 2. So again, level 3 beauty therapy, you're learning the nails, the waxing, the skincare, the facials in a bit more advanced depth. Level 3 facials and skincare, you're learning facials and skincare in slightly more depth than the level 2 program. And level 3 facial electrotherapy is basically learning how to do facials with electrical equipment. So as we know, the beauty industry has changed a lot. So there's a lot of new advanced techniques that have been introduced that require the use of electrical equipment. So for example, your hydrofacials, your microdermabrasions, your high frequency, your galvanic, etc., etc. This will all be in your level 3 facials course. So to do a level 3 program, although some colleges may accept you just having a C or above at GCSE, commonly the common standard is to do the level 2 first, because you can't run before you walk. You need to understand the primary basis of facials, of skincare, of beauty. If you want to do standard beauty therapy, you need to have the primary knowledge, and you will carry this forward into your level 3, and you will slowly begin to advance and climb the ladder. So going off topic a little bit, in studying beauty and breaking into aesthetics, the general procedure is to start from level 2 and then do these courses until you hit the top. And from what I'm aware, the top level is level 7. So it's a climbing game, and then you'll get there. Okay, so now being on to our level 3, it's important to make sure that your level 2 and 3, etc., etc., is a fully accredited course. So by accreditation in the UK, we have VTCT, we have CEDESCO, which is international, and we have CIBTAC, which is international as well. So when scoping for your course, make sure that your course is accredited. Otherwise, more time you'll kind of be wasting money, and it's just the best thing to do as it's the general standard within the UK. So if you go to, I don't know, a random place and do your quote-unquote level 2, chances are if you want to look for a job within the industry, whether that's in a beauty salon, a medi spa, etc., they're not going to accept it because it's not an accredited course. So just to protect your back, and in case you want the flexibility of working abroad as well, which can be absolutely wonderful, just make sure that your course is accredited. So with your level 2 and your level 3, like I said, you'll be gradually expanding upon your primary knowledge of beauty and facials and skincare. So with these, it's not all just enjoyment, as in just doing facials and getting signed off and doing little assignments. Anatomy is in it. Anatomy and physiology is in it, and it's difficult and it's not gonna run away. So if you are starting this course or thinking to start the course, do have a little bit of an expectation that you're going to expect it. Basically, do some little reading here and there on your general anatomy, because the questions that they ask you are difficult. I do nursing, and the questions that I come across in nursing, even what I study, is not the questions that I've been asked whilst being on this program. So you get asked questions about what each nerve is called, where each nerve is. Like, that's not something that I've learned on nursing, but for level 3 it's a requirement basically, and you're not going to pass the course unless you sort yourself out with your anatomy and physiology. And if we think about it on a deeper level, if you are doing a facial on someone's face, it's very important to understand about nerves and bones and stuff like that. So when you're doing a treatment, for example, you know what to be aware of, or if someone maybe has, for example, paralysis in half of their face and their nerves aren't working well on that side, then it can adapt the way that you do the facial, whether you're testing them for temperatures and stuff like that. It basically it makes you come across as more professional, and it's important in terms of knowing how to adapt the treatment that you're going to do for the client. But then again, that's very rare in the industry. Usually if someone wants a facial, they come in and they have their facial and then they just go home. It's not really like a medical procedure as such, but this is what the board certified people want us to know. So just be aware of that when doing your level 3. So like I said, there are, from what I'm aware, 3 different level 3 courses: your facials electrotherapy, your facials and skincare, and there's also just a standard level 3 anatomy and physiology if you want to do that. But there are 3 for you to choose from. You don't have to do all 3. Once finishing your level 2, you pick which pathway you'd like to take, and then you can continue to climb the ladder. I hope that makes sense. So once you've had the joys and experience of finishing your level 3, more times than not, any place will be happy to accept you to work as a beauty therapist in their clinic or whatever. Level 3 is the general standard that people require from you, as it doesn't only show that you have a primary basis, but also a slightly advanced basis as well. So breaking into aesthetics, it's important for you to continue to climb. However, if you're happy to just, you know, do the standard beauty therapist role, then you don't often have to climb from here, as a lot of clients, salons, medi spas, etc., they will train you up to use their specified equipment. So for example, a clinic I used to go to get my microneedling done, the lady that I spoke to there, she done a level 3, and once she got her job in the clinic, they trained her on how to do use the dermapen. So dermapen will come and, you know, pull the people that haven't done it and train them up on how to use their equipment. They can train you how to do laser as well, so you don't have to often fork out to you know, go do another laser course and stuff if you don't want to be an aesthetic practitioner. But yeah, so you can stop at level 3 if you want to do a beauty therapist role. However, for aesthetics, we have to climb. So after finishing level 3, we must do level 4. So there are 3 different level 4 courses. So the most popular one that you're probably all aware of, and probably you've even done it yourself, is laser therapy. Okay, laser, love laser. Everyone loves laser. Okay, so laser will be your level 4. You obviously must have completed level 3 and your level 2. You can't just jump to it, depending on the college. And with laser, you're going to learn how to do your standard laser hair removal. You're also going to learn how to do laser facials. So the college that I'm currently at, they offer an express course where you can finish your laser course within 5 days. And if you're in a rush to sort of get into the industry and progress, this might be great for you. Even if you work full time, for example, and it's, you know, you've booked a week off, this will be great for you. Do bear in mind, during this course, you have to practice on models. Chances are, if you've done laser on someone on a Monday, you're not going to be able to laser them again on the Tuesday. So do be aware of that. Also be aware, like, the grand intensity of the course, you're not going to learn properly in depth within 5 days, but of course that is completely dependent on the individual. But these are just some things to be aware of. If you don't wish to do the intensive 5-day course, you can do your standard course where it's spread out, I guess, across 5 to 6 weeks, I believe it is, and that's another option. Another level 4 course that is offered is your skin pills. and also your microneedling. Some of these courses can also be combined as well, where you may get a bit of a reduction in the cost. So your level 4 microneedling, you'll be learning your standard microneedling techniques. You'll learn about the machine, how to work it, basically just microneedling really. And yeah, and then your level 4 skin peels is basically the same, just learning skin peels, how to do it, practicing it, advance your knowledge on skin peels, and then you get your certified accreditation at the end of this level 4 program. After completing your level 4, you'll be more or less established as an advanced beauty practitioner, as you're trained in the advanced treatments such as facial electricals, or that might be your peels, your microneedling, or your laser. So it's quite advanced at this level, and of course being level 4 as well, your assignments may be a bit more in-depth, requiring a bit more from you when tackling certain questions. So it might be a bit more descriptive and stuff like that, which will basically get you to more of a higher standard professional level than if you were, of course, to have stopped at your level 3. So in terms of being an aesthetic practitioner, it doesn't stop there. We have to keep going. So after your level 4, you can do a level 5. So at level 5, similarly to some of the other levels, you can choose entirely which pathway you would like to take to keep you progressing up into the ladder. So for example, for level 5, there's a micropigmentation course, there's a laser tattoo removal course, and there's an advanced blemish removal course for the skin. So upon finishing this, of course, you'll be more established within the industry, but it's not an utmost thing that you need to do if you want to be a standard beauty therapist. So after completing level 5, this is where it gets a bit different. So you can continue the traditional way and do a level 6, or you can jump straight onto your level 7. So I've double checked on the VTCT website, which is our accreditation board in the UK, well, one of them, and there isn't actually a level 6 course that's available on there. But traditionally you could do your level 6 and your level 7, or you can jump from level 5 to level 7, which I believe is becoming a bit more common now. So level 7 is where the fun begins. So for you upcoming aestheticians, level 7 is aesthetics, basically. It will be aesthetic practice. So on your level 7, which is equivalent to a master's degree, you will learn all the aesthetic techniques. So you'll be doing fillers, Botox, peels, learning to analyze the skin in a much more different way, more similarly to your clinical and cosmetic dermatology. It's very in-depth and very difficult, I'm going to expect, as it's equivalent to a master's degree, so it's a lot of work. However, VTCT at the level 7 in aesthetics, to me it comes across as very similar to a BTEC program, the VTCT, and I say that because the program is very much vocational. You're doing a lot of treatments, a lot of case studies, you're actively doing and practicing the role, as opposed to a standard maybe masters, for example, in aesthetic medicine, where all you're basically doing is essays and dissertations. So to become a advanced proper VTCT accredited practitioner in the UK, you do need to take this pathway. So you do your level 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you jump to level 7. And level 7 is basically the highest. It's the utmost standard. With a level 7, you can practically work anywhere. You're kind of like you're an aesthetic practitioner, but an actual recognized one. It's not one of your little sort of side street courses. This is the standard, and this is how you're going to be a qualified registered aesthetic practitioner in the UK. If you are a medical practitioner or you're on a course at the moment that's medical related, you can then complete that course and then go ahead to do your level 7, which is often what doctors and nurses and other medics have been doing. So level 7 is basically where it's at. If you don't have your medical degrees, you have to climb up the traditional way. If you have a medical degree, you can also climb up the traditional way while studying your medical profession. But all in all, it may not entirely be worth it, because once you've qualified and you have your, your medicine degree or your nursing degree, all you really need to do per se is just your level 7. However, it's entirely up to you if you would like to do both. Of course, if you do climb the traditional way with your medical degree, I guess it looks a bit more professional in a sense that you've actually got all the registered beauty qualifications with your health degree, but it's not it's not set in stone. And as we know, the medical aesthetic regulations in the UK are a bit sort of all over the place, so everyone's more or less practicing as an advanced aesthetic practitioner at the moment. Because, going off topic a little bit, people that haven't studied beauty therapy, you can go to like a day course, for example, with a beauty company, and you can learn your different techniques like your fillers and your Botox and whatever, and you take your certificate, you go away with it, and you can immediately set up your business once setting up your insurance. And these certificates are accepted by insurance companies, so it's quite different. But with these day courses, that's mainly if you want to work for yourself. If you want to work in, like, for example, a Harley Street clinic or something like that, you need to have your accredited certificate. So it's a bit all over the place, it's a bit different. I do feel like the UK is a little bit behind with their aesthetic regulations and just sort of protecting the dignity of, healthcare professionals and stuff that perform such advanced treatments that are, they're advanced, isn't it? Like, you're going deep into laser, the skin, all these vessels, the actual anatomy and physiology that goes behind it, and also recognizing like the signs in the patient that you're treating and stuff like that, the psychological aspect to it. I feel like it requires much more than a day course, but that's just my standard opinion. And yeah, so this was a bit of a mishmash, but overall, that is how you're going to get into the field, and that's how you're going to become an aesthetic practitioner. So this is the main pathway if you live within the UK. So overall, in a nutshell, if you don't have your GCSEs, or maybe you're still studying and you're thinking about it, once you finish, you can do a level 2 if you haven't met, the grade threshold. Start from level 2, work your way up, level 2, 3, 4. After level 3, you can stop at what level you'd like in a beauty therapist aspect, but to be a aesthetic practitioner doing injectable treatments, threading, all that stuff, you must go up to level 7. Even if you do pass your GCSEs and they're at C and above, you still most likely will have to start at level 2. Do contact the college that you're interested in. In London, we have a variety of beauty colleges, some better than others. Just do your research, go on Google, look at the reviews, contact the school as well, which I found really, really useful. It's just contacting the school and booking a visit and just going there when I was free and having a look around at the facilities and stuff like that, because you want to feel comfortable in the environment that you're going to be studying and also contributing your money to for quite a period of time. So do that, and do some research as well, in the sense of, if you believe that you want to go into the beauty industry, do have a look around on YouTube, see like what's new out there, watch videos of maybe facials being done, spark your interest and see whether this, 100% is for you. If you're a medical professional, finish your qualification, do your level 7 and start practicing professionally. It's literally as simple as that. And yeah, I believe that's that. If I think of anything else, I'll make another video because mine is a bit all over the place. But yeah, so this is the general pathway into becoming an aesthetic practitioner. Well, that's all from me. I'm going to finish off the rest of my smoothie, and I hope you found this video useful. Please leave some comments down below. I will respond to you. If you need any help or any guidance or anything, just drop a comment and I'll try my best to basically help you and let you know what sort of pathways you can take, because this is a big field, it's an ever-changing field, and you want to make sure you do things the right way. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Take care, goodbye, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Mwah.